Why do narcissistic mothers compete with their daughters? My mom always seems to compete with me. Usually she's downplaying my successes, one-upping me, or even copying me. But
Mhm,
sometimes she'll brag about me to others. Why do
mhm.
narcissistic mothers see their daughters as both rivals and reflections of themselves?
Okay, so great question. And it comes back again to that duality within a narcissist world that feels so confusing, right? Which makes a person feel uncertain of who that person is. So on the one hand, you are an extension of the narcissist. And so the narcissist, if they want to feel good about who you are, they are going to boast about the things that they feel are your achievements because that makes them feel like, look what kind of parent I was. I'm responsible for that. In some manner, they want to grab a hold of that and make themselves feel elevated with you. But in the privacy of your own home, that's threatening to the narcissist because they don't want to, again, with that fragile ego they have, feel that anybody that is that close to them is actually better than them, even though in a way it's confusing because they need you to be really good as a reflection of them. But in a very private, personal, intimate way, it just is too destabilizing to them because it threatens their own ego. So in private, I am going to put you down. I'm going to make sure I maintain a sense of me being better than you, having the power, what have you, and yet still cause that confusion because to anybody else, I want to celebrate you, which again goes to the gaslighting that a child would feel because nobody would say, well, your parent wasn't that bad. They always spoke so highly of you. They were always so good. So it really still adds that confusion of what is going on in this world. They're doing that over there and this over here. So it's just, again, the game that's operating from a very fragile ego that needs to feel strong through whatever mechanism it can, but equally feel threatened from the same thing that they're looking for to help themselves feel secure.
So are you saying those things that you just said are the reason why they see them both as rivals that they want to compete against, and then reflections, exactly
Yeah,
what you just, that's the reason
yeah,
why.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I know this isn't about, say, the child and the parent dynamic, but if I was talking, say, to people that were dating, and I think this will make maybe a little more sense to them. One of the things that a narcissist would do is they want to latch on to somebody that they perceive as having status or has something that they admire because it helps them to feel like they're elevating themselves, right? That they are also on the same playing field, right? But as soon as they've done that, they have to devalue because they want to stay wherever they feel like they've stepped up to, but they have to push you down. And so that's why they sort of make this kind of this step work of, oh, you're that person. If I attach to you, I'm there too, but then I'll shut you down and I'm here by myself and now you're down here. That's how that they create a false sense of elevating themselves, but then devaluing you while they stay there.
Yeah, so they use you as a tool to get
Yeah,
themselves up and then,
yeah,
send
yeah,
you down
yeah.
as soon as
Yeah.
you have kind of helped them to get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So like a lot of people will feel like, okay, so there's the perfect puzzle piece, right? If a person was raised by narcissists and they become a perfectionist and they become very good at successful in their job and everything, and then somebody comes in the picture and, my God, you're so wonderful and you have all these qualities and this is amazing. And then they feel good because they're attached to this person that's so successful. But then again, this is a narcissist who's attached to somebody, will then start feeling like, I really liked you because of who you are and what you do for my status. But because I have a fragile ego, now I've got to limit you. I've got to push you down. So people will come to me saying, I mean, I'm successful, Leanne. I'm this and I'm independent and I'm all that. And then they become a shell of a person because the narcissist has just latched onto it. So it works the same even within the family dynamic. The parent still needs the status of the child and what they've groomed them to achieve, and yet they can't let them have that power fully because then it would destroy, again, the fragile ego of the narcissist. They've got to create that tension of keep working at it, but I'm going to still devalue you because I'm going to shame you, mock you, make fun of you. you know I think I'd said in another podcast with you, my father only had his grade 7, became very successful, but he was not educated. And all of my siblings have multiple degrees, all masters and things in different vocations. But as soon as anyone, got their education, then he started to make fun of us, even though it was encouraged that, and he would brag to people of how educated we were. But in private, he made fun of our education and would mock it. And so that's kind of goes back to what this person is saying about their mother. It's a very normal thing that a narcissist would do is to celebrate you, but in private, make fun of you and shut you down, which is
Okay, okay. And so also does all of this, you mentioned the word fragile ego. So d does that also like explain the why they see their daughters both rivals, and maybe more, is it more that why they see them as reflections because they have kind of such a like fragile ego, so they rely kind of on their children to reflect back positive image of themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I don't know how relevant this would be to this particular person's question, but when I think about some of at least the clients that I see, there's generational stuff that comes up, right? So we're in a time right now where women are certainly able to do a lot more and achieve a lot more than maybe other generations did. And so I think that depending on what her mother was through, if she was limited because perhaps she was equally minimized and maybe wasn't allowed to grow and evolve the way she would have liked to and develop this again, this fragile ego, then you can see how there would be this very interesting kind of dynamic of, I want my daughter to have what maybe I didn't have. I want her to achieve things I never achieved, but equally threaten the fact that, she does it. It reminds me I never did.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And so it would be complicated for her to really allow that in a safe way to be celebrated without hitting a nerve of, I didn't get that and I could have been so much more.
Yeah. Yeah, that hits home, and I think that really explains well the dynamic of them sometimes competing with you,
Yeah.
or bragging about you, or kind
Yeah.
of saying, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.